Alrighty, so I'm back doing some more Pokemon Run and Bun, and we're picking up inside of Brawly's gym to try and not die to Brawly. We don't have any deaths so far, so the next group of trainers we've got are those two that can be fought as a single or double battle. Whoops, so yes, here we go. So, those being Black Belt Christian and Black Belt Cacao. So we're going to be fighting these as single battles, so that we don't have to worry about the double battle there. So, yeah, especially with all their protect moves and everything, better not have to worry about that. So, we're going to be fighting Black Belt Christian first, and I've got a team set up here. Pidgeot should be able to handle the meta type pretty easily, even assuming crits. There are almost no damage rolls where Brick Break is going to kill here. Even if Fake Out does all 19 damage. There we go. Brick Break, a crit Brick Break isn't guaranteed to kill, and that's after a max roll crit Fake Out. So as long as Fake Out doesn't get a max roll crit, we're probably fine here. We can steer around if we have to. I don't have anything that takes it out completely risklessly. But regardless, we just take a Fake Out, and then after one Air Slash, we only have to take one more hit before we just Air Slash a second time. And that's assuming we don't flinch, of course. After that, just depending on damage ranges, it's possible either Machoke or Girder come out. Girder's a little more likely if I'm if I'm getting close to half health. If I'm a little lower on health, then Machoke's gonna come out. So it's possible for either of them. Regardless, for Machoke, Execute should be able to handle this relatively safely. Two Psybeams here, usually 2 hit KOs, and it can't do a ton to me even with crits. It may decide to bulk up, but I can show it a possible 2 hit KO, so I think we should be fine. And against Girder, we've got Dottler over here. Rock throws can be rough, but regardless of that, even though crit rock throws can do a lot, if it has an Oran Berry, a couple Psybeams will take it out, and if I feel like I need to, I can set up if I feel like I have the freedom to, I can set up a Reflect here. Although I probably will just go for the damage when it's doing this much. Regardless, like I said, can't do it completely risklessly there, but those are only 3 mons, so I've got a few others in the back to help us out here. I've got Manfu and Weasel, both with Fake Out. Weasel can die to some crit moves here, but if I'm not baiting those specific moves, it'll probably be fine. So they're gonna help us with Fake Out support. Manfu having Regenerator is nice, and Electric is nice and fast, and if it needs to come in against Girder, it'll be immune to Bulldoze if Girder is deciding to go for that, so that'll be nice. It doesn't take that much damage either, and since we don't have to worry about statuses, everybody can just have an Oran Berry and we should be fine. So, with the plan there, we just gotta grab everyone for the team. First, we've got Burb, Scramble, and Ball. After that, we're grabbing Tofu over here, Whiskers. Then we've got Tails over here. And finally, we've got Sparky. And like I said, surprisingly, no deaths so far. Well, not too surprisingly, we're not that far in. Alright, so we're just gonna go in here, give everyone an Oranberry. Oops. Keep it summary. I guess it's a little quicker to go into the bag when they're all getting the same item, but whatever. Here we go. And Scramble, you get the last Oranberry. Just to make sure. You still have the rare candy, right? Yeah, rare candy at both heart scales. So if we really need to, I can spend that rare candy if any of these battles is looking really rough. Luckily though, that shouldn't be a problem here. So there is black belt, it's the black belt, and we're gonna go for it. Alrighty, so it's gonna go for fake out here, of course. Ideally, Meditite, please just don't crit the fake out. Nice. No crit on fake out. We're absolutely good to live here and take out the Meditite. There we go. Yeah, that perk pack does do a lot. Alright, so 28 health. Both of the next Pokemon should see a kill. So Machoke should come out here. So they're both slower anyway. There we go. Okay, so shouldn't go for Bulk Up because it should see a kill. So just like we planned, we switch and Scramble here. Just hope we don't get crit too many times. There we go. Now we just Psybeam. Ah, protects. Let's do it again. So just facades. Ooh, we're actually just above half. That could be dangerous. It's confused. Guts doesn't count for confusion, right? No? I mean, there's nothing in the damage calculator that says it does. Let me just check this here. Pokemon has a non-volatile. Okay. So yeah, confusion isn't going to count. Regardless, we're right above half, which is a weird damage range for us. So we've got 31 health. So the question is, can it kill with crits here? Yeah, a crit Vital Throw is a guaranteed OHKO, but we kill it with Psybeam here. Wait, what is? Oh, that's electric, jeez. Okay. So Facade, jeez. That is why we double check. No, crit Sod at most does 25 damage, so we're guaranteed to get off this next side beam. Good, good. Alright. Okay, it does get the turn to go for Protect. I think we should still be good, though, with our Oranberry. If it can hit something Confusion, that'd be really good. It doesn't this time. So, we go 25. Come on. Nice, nice. Okay, so I don't have to worry about max roll facade crits or anything. Okay, so now it's sending out Gurr. Now, do we always live this here? 25 health. Worst it can do is a low sweep, and most that can do is 21. Okay, cool, cool. We don't have to speed it so it doesn't go for bulldoze here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we just need to... Honestly, Sleep Powder stunts more with it having... Well, Sleep Guts doesn't care about Sleep Powder, of course, but... as much damage as we do, it doesn't have any recovery. Best thing to do is to just go for Psybeam. Low sweep it is. Gets our speed lowered. There we go. Alright. So now at 11 health, they can definitely kill. So, we just switch in our main counter for this, which is Ball. And hopefully, it doesn't hit us with Rock Throw. It did go for the Rock Throw there, unfortunate. And it did crit, also unfortunate. Okay, so... Oranberry restores us to 36. That's fine, because we planned for being able to take one hit. So, now, if Rock Throw crits again, it needs a max roll crit there. And it's only going to use Rock Throw. Here, let me check. Against Manfu, always goes for low sweep, which can OHKO Floatzel. Floatzel isn't KO'd by Rock Throw ever. So I think Manfu's faster. It's not going to go for a speed lowering move. Although against Floatzel it will. So Fake Out from both Manfu and Weasel is going to do 6 damage there. What's this? 8 damage there. So we move 21.8% damage. It's got more this all the time, but but he has enough health at this point that unfortunately, fake outs from Tails and then Whiskers here aren't guaranteed to kill him. It would be if he wasn't lowering his speed, but such is life. Alright. And I am wondering though, he can't KO Sparky with Rock Throw. How much am I dealing with Shockwave? 39 to 46%. I think that's a kill, but if I'm wrong, I'm well within death range. Yeah, I think my best thing here is to just side beam and not get an actual crit. Good. Not even a crit at all. There we go. There we are. Nice. Alright, so let's head back to the Poke Center, grab our berries off, our mons, heal up, and then we'll look at defeating the other black belt. I need to see if there's a way to get one of those overlays that shows you just a visual representation of about what percentage the opponent's HP bar is at. Probably be helpful. Alright, got those. So, now that we have all that, next trainer is going to be Black Belt Takao. Takao? Yeah. I think that's how you say it. Alright. Then, including him, there are only 2 more trainers before Brawly. So, let's see what he has here. The Balloon, the Mainfu, and the Baneri. So, Balloon over here. First, let's reset everything. There. So, Balloon. We have to assume it does 5 hits. Don't assume it crits. It's impossible to fully plan for that. It's got Poison Heal. Interesting. Okay, so first question. Is there anything that can just destroy Balloon in one hit? Okay. So, Lance over here does OHKO with bounce all the time. On the other hand, and we are faster, but on the other hand, we don't have the wide lens yet to guarantee that it hits. And yeah, if we go into the items, just look at the held items there. Oh, that's weird. There's the wide lens in here. Mission items. Emerald, soft sand. Heartstone. I actually got a Heartstone early because an Aaron was holding one. Funny enough. Guess that's a different kind. Those are gems. Ah, here it is. Ah, yeah, there it is. Wide lens, an NPC in the trader school. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, don't have access to that yet, so I cannot guarantee that bounce is going to hit. And if it doesn't, Wake Up Slap could just destroy me. Okay, so it's an it only has a 5% chance to miss. It's an option. It's not guaranteed to crit. What other options do we have? Oh, let's go for Spore 2, I guess. Doppler, what are you doing? It's outspeeding you. It can Spore. Not ideal. Bullet Seed can destroy Seadra. It can absolutely demolish Tortuga. Herdier ain't doing great against Wake Up Slap or much of anything there, really. Now, Pidgeot does not outspeed. However, even if Bullet Seed did crit on all 5, it is not KOing. And even if it spores, if I give this thing a Chesto Berry, Air Slash is guaranteed KO. So that may be our move. Just have Burb out here with the Chesto Berry. I just need to make sure nothing else can easily OHKO this. Fake out an Aqua Jet? No. Fuck, actually, it does a lot, but no. Not against Bullet Seed. There's Horse, of course. Certainly not Aaron. Okay. Man, look at how much a crit Wake Up Slap does. Yeah, Aaron, you'll be helpful late game. Alrighty. So if the answer then, we go for Burb. Alright, so after Burb, let's assume. Well, let's see who wants to switch in. So Baneri is faster. Baneri is at least faster, and it sees me killing Manfu. So yeah, it's always gonna send a Baneri here. If I've taken some damage, it sees a kill with Triple Axle. If I haven't, it's the one that's faster and doesn't see a kill on. So, unless it sees itself as faster, so if it sees it, unless I haven't taken much damage, it probably Triple Axles instead of Fake Outs. So, who is good against Triple Axle here? Aaron could be, but man, Jump Kick could demolish it. What about Execute? Oh, actually, let me take a look at Triple Axle. I think it's calculated the damage right, yeah. Let's do for the third. Checks that. Yeah. So 20, 40, 60, 12. It's calculating hit at each of those, isn't it? Yeah, because we have to assume 20, 40, and 60 power. Actually, 15, 16. Okay, yeah, it's got something special going on with Triple Axle. It's doing its thing, right? Okay, good. So we don't have to worry too much about that. But we do have to worry about who to switch in against Triple Axle, and who also can't too much to anyone else. I don't know how to feel about triple axle here. Do we assume that crits? Yeah, I think we assume a crit there. Okay, so Prim Plop, what are you doing here? Let's see. So triple axle doesn't do too much. It wants to jump kick you. You're slower, of course. It's fast. It's way too fast. Bubble Beam is not a two-shot ever, but you may be doing okay. Floatzel, you can fake out and you don't die to triple axle. We have to worry about Q-Charm, but we probably want to switch you out anyway. Tortuga. Wait, not Tortuga, Jewel. You... That's a guaranteed 4K, but... You're not taking a ton of damage, but man, not doing a lot either. Dottler, you actually take a little less from triple axle, I think, but also you're not doing a ton. And feel what's up with you. You can take a whole lot from triple axle, but Baneri outspeeds. Even though Force Pump does so much. Okay, what else we got? Seadra, you're not taking a ton here. And Bubble Beam has not the worst chance to do a KO. That's something to think about. Okay, Surskit, where are you at? You're probably not two-shot, even with crits. We also aren't doing a ton. Okay, Tortuga. There's a lack of solid rock with that jump kick damage again, but you're never two-shot after the first move being triple axle. So you could get a smackdown in. Hans Rita, and Hans, you outspeed. Yeah, with triple axle does give some nice flame body proc chances, but there's a pretty good chance that a jump kick can put you out of commission afterwards. Okay. Herdier, you're probably not doing too great. Doesn't die a triple axle, but yeah. Okay. Execute. Dies a triple axle sometimes. Okay. Sparky, how are you doing? Amazingly. And Aaron, again, not doing triple axle, ain't doing too much, but jump kick can destroy you. Okay. So... So what do we do? Seadra, that Bubble Beam has an okay chance to hit KO. You're slower, of course, but you don't need contact. You have an Orange Berry. Gonna eat it probably after taking a second hit. Although if it doesn't crit here, if it doesn't crit with either of the first two, it probably doesn't have you in kill range. So Bubble Beam may be a 3-shot. So you have to take the triple axle and then take 3 hits, and I can't do that reliably, but you don't have the worst chance to do a KO. If Bubble Beam were to crit, it's just gone, but can't rely on that. Okay. What was that we saw with Choodle? Weasel can fake out and aqua jet if it's not Q charmed. That's the kicker. Once you're actually faster. Since you're faster and you are one shot, I think I can rely on Seadra taking 2 hits, bubble beaming at least once. Most likely twice, and the odds can come in here. Okay. That's what we'll say the plan is for Veneering. Now, Mayfu. This could be interesting. We got Fake Out and Drain Punch. Got Fake Out to worry about. Drain Punch and Rock Slide can both mess us up. So we know Aaron is not going to do much here. Yeah. So what does Execute do? Well, Drain Punch doesn't... A crit Drain Punch doesn't do as much as you'd think. Psybeam can absolutely obliterate it. What about Doppler? Drain Punch is doing even less, but Rock Slide can't. But Rock Slide is in a much better position. As long as it doesn't come in on Rock Slide, though, it's guaranteed to take one. Okay. That's under Focus. Can't take a Drain Punch. I think Execute first, but Doppler as a backup should be able to handle that reliably. And then if we need to switch in our own Mayfu, do we ever do that? Crit Drain Punch can recover like half its health even if it doesn't kill immediately. Let's see what we're looking at. Doesn't have speed. Drain Punch can really rough it up. Okay. Weasel. Drain Punch can kill it. Herdier too, of course. Sparky, what are you looking at? Don't have speed. You don't get one shot, but you don't have speed. We're half priority, and that's important here. Surskit can get one shot by Rock Slide. I can't flinch it with Mayfu, even though Fake Out does a fair bit. Okay. As long as it doesn't crit a Drain Punch against... I think Primplot the majority of the time does okay. It at least has priority, so yeah, I think we take that. Execute and Doppler should be able to take care of it, and against those, it's not going to Drain Punch anyway, so Primplot isn't going to bait it. We should be good to go. As far as items, Verb over here never dies. The only thing we're worried about is sleep, so we just take a Chesto Berry and then one-shot it. Seadra, Hans over here. They can't get sassed by Baneri, so we're good for just Oran Berries. Then everybody else, Mayfu is the main issue there. Again, it can't status us. Worst case scenario is Rock Slide flinches, so we just give Oran Berries. Alright? There we go. Alright, so Cotton Steed. Next we've got Hans over here. Oh right, Dollar actually goes here. Execute, thank you, Scramble and Ball. And lastly is Penguin. Well, not everyone's getting the same item here. Alright, Bird. We still have 10 Chesto Berries, so I don't feel too bad about potentially using one here. We'll get more later, but I still want to have enough. Don't want to use them if I don't have to, just because with only having 10 right now, I'm a little worried about running out. Alright, so let me just make sure everyone has the right berries. Yes, okay, cool. Alright, so, like I said, next trainer is Black Belt to Cow. Let's get going. Just checking my party one more time. Okay, yes, we're good. Might is right, if you say so. Hello, Berlin. Go, Burb. Let's see if you spore us. No, just wake up slaps. Oof, did get that crit. Okay, so unfortunately Bird is not going to be helpful for the rest of this fight. Okay, well, so Baneri comes out, like I said, sees that fast kill, so it can probably go for anything here. So with that being the case, if we send in Steed, there is a chance it goes for Jump Kick, but we never get two-shot, so we should be fine. Cotton Steed. Okay, Fake. Out. Okay, we're at 49, so now we are not in danger here. So we Bubble Beam. Jump Kicks. So that doesn't put us below half. Wasn't super likely to, but that does mean we actually have to be slightly concerned about damage ranges now. Okay, no, most Jump Kick can do is 25, so we are good. Okay, so we can Bubble Beam again. Jump Kick can't deal that much, so we can just Bubble Beam here. At 29 health. Ooh, yeah, nice crit. But yeah, at 29 health, it wasn't going to be doing much for the rest of the fight anyway, because I'd have to swap in and take a hit. So, since I'm main Foo, the main Foo can go for pretty much anything here, except for Detect. What I'm wondering is, horse was going to be for Veneer if we needed it to be. It can die to a crit drain punch, so I don't think we can switch it to End of Fish for a flame body proc. No, we just need to go with our original plan, swap and execute, and side beam it down. fake out. Okay. Nice fake out crit. At 47 health, we're not in danger here. So we just go ahead and Psybeam. Rock Slide, no flinch, please. Okay, now 32. This is 55%. So no, it still cannot one-shot us from here. So Psybeam again. No flinch, please. Oof, that is a flinch. Okay. So that puts us at 29 health. Can the Rock Slide? No, Rock Slide still cannot one-shot us here. If it does do a lot though, that does make it random between Drain Punch and Rock Slide. And man, it doesn't have much health left. With it always going for Rock Slide here, I think our best bet is just throwing in Prinpla and then going for Aqua Jet, because that'll always kill. Otherwise, we have to worry about random move if Rock Slide flinches. Alright, there we go. Ah, it just attacks. Okay, well, we Aqua Jet. Protects again. And we Aqua Jet again. There we go. So we have everything. We have everything beaten up until, well, the penultimate trainer, really, for Brawly. So let's heal up, grab our berries back. I'm glad we didn't use that Justo berry. Okay, so now let's reset everything and go to the next trainer. Alright, here we go. So Battle Girl Jocelyn. There she is. So we've got our team lined up here with Kecleon, Golett, Pignite, and Hakumulo. So Protean on Kecleon means we're going to have to be careful about how we bait in moves here. So, let's see what Kecleon can do here. We can always Thunder Wave, of course. It only has 23 speed, so we should be able to outspeed this with most things. Let's see if we can just OHKO this easily to not have to deal with Protean. So, let's see. It doesn't have any priorities, so we don't have to worry about that. Main food does outspeed. Is fake out to Force Palm a guaranteed to kill? Shouldn't it be? Yeah, no, it's not guaranteed to kill. It is technically possible, but unlikely. If it goes into a ghost type, then with Shadow Punch, I won't be able to hit it at all. So that's unfortunate. Granted, it shouldn't really consider that. It should just try and either Dizzy Punch or Drain Punch here. Which don't kill me. recovery going into a fighting type. I'll still kill. Dizzy Punch Confusion is definitely possible because its ranges overlap a lot. Okay, so after Fake Out doesn't kill, what if I have a Silk Scarf? What then? That only increases my minimum damage by 1, so not really helpful. So, okay, Infu doesn't just immediately OHKO. Hans doesn't either. What about Scramble over here? Execute. No. Furthermore, Shadow Punch can nearly destroy it even when it's not a ghost type. Butler, no. You're too good. I'm always going to be attacking it as a normal type the first turn, unless, with the exception of Tortuga's particularly slow, but then I'm only attacking as a fighting type. So anyway, Spark doesn't do bad damage. Just Bubble Beam. Cheetah, what are we working with here? Not a lot. Burr, what about you? Secret Power, ironically, kind of does the most. Shadow Punch never hurts us, so maybe it confuses with Dizzy Punch. Maybe Drain Punch heals it and turns it into a fighting type. I don't know. Weasel, what have you got going on? Not a ton after the Fake Out. Cedra? No. Pickleon, you're so bulky. Aaron gets destroyed by Drain Punch. Okay, so so it basically never Shadow Punches here. It has to get a Max Roll and Drain Punch get a Min Roll without Dizzy Punch getting more than that and deciding not to Thunder Wave. So it basically never Shadow Punches against my main Fu. Okay, that's good. I don't die in one hit. If it turns into a fighting type, oh, it already has Protean considered in there. Okay, that's fair. Did it? I didn't have flying by mistake, did I? No, okay. Okay, so it's already considering Protean? Okay, fair enough. So it never Shadow Punches here. If we hold a Cherry Berry, we can't get paralyzed. Dizzy Punch, Confusion. May just have to be a risk I take. What's the rate on that? 30? No, 20. 20% chance. Okay. Well. I mean, Rock Smash always 2-hit KOs, so after I Fake Out, There's technically a chance the Force Palm will KO after I fake out. The paralysis won't do anything because it'll unbury, but the chance is there. Don't have to worry about it moving on the first turn. I just have to survive one move from this thing. As long as I can get a second Force Palm in, even if it recovers Bunch, I'm guaranteed to kill. So I don't even really need to Rock Smash. Yeah. The Dizzy Punch confusion is what's really making me concerned here. No Shadow Punch, is not worried about that. So there's a chance it goes for Dizzy Punch, and a chance that confuses me. Okay. I think I can have Main Food's my solution right now. But our backup mons are going to have to address what happens if I get confused off Dizzy Punch. Okay, so let's assume I've taken some decent damage here. Who's it gonna send in? 4. Well, it doesn't consider if I can. It doesn't outright consider that my moves can't hurt it. So it is slower. Golette may or may not see one shot depending on my health. I'm gonna have to have a Cherry Berry, so I don't have Oran Berry for the flexibility there. There's a chance it sends in Golette, because it's slower. It may see a slow kill. Let's see. Pig Knight over here is slower. It does see itself doing more damage than I do. So there is that. Komodo. Is slower, and I do more damage, so it's just straight up. So it's not outcome, but that's default. It's got some Pig Knight before it sends in Komodo, but it's also possible that it sends in Golette. Okay. Okay, so yeah, either Golette or Pig Knight could come in, so I'll just need good answers for both of them here. So Golette, you're grounded Ghost. So water may be a good counter for you. Let's see. Of course, that applies to Pig Knight as well. Ooh. Oh, Beam's doing quite a lot. Quick Drain Punches can do a lot. Shadow Punch. Shadow Punch? I don't think I'm missing the secondary. Oh, right, it just never misses, okay. Okay, so now secondary effect just doesn't miss. Anyway. Bubble Beam is always a 2-shot, and I do outspeed. So as long as Shadow Punch doesn't get some, like, max roll crits, I should be fine. If it gets lower rolled enough, I have an Oran Berry, I should be good. Okay. Yeah, I think Prinplup is our Golette problem. We are very unlikely to have to worry about that. But we also have to think about Pig Knight here, so we may have to take a look back at that away. Against Pig Knight, I am faster. I am dealing a ton of damage even if I'm not OHKOing. It's not doing a ton to me. It probably just sends out. Well, it probably doesn't listen to well, no, this is at least faster and not OHKO, so it probably does send this out. Oh, Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail can make that hard. Many of the exact effects of Overcoat that can't protect from block, right? No, just powder moves, including effects for and damage from Sandstorm, but not hail. Okay. Not that I can change the weather. So against Komodo, it's faster. Dragon Tail goes last. Once I've taken care of Golette, depending on health ranges, there's a pretty well. I almost always just pluck here, if nothing else, but to deny it the citrus berry. So I may not have a choice about who comes in against this thing, but if I did, if I can, what can I do here? Ironically, I'm not worried about Aaron coming in really, but it only has physical moves while it has iron defense. It's not doing a lot of damage and it's slower. I don't know about that. Surskit probably just takes way too much damage. Seadra. Twister actually does decent damage here, and I'm faster. Dragon Breath doesn't two-shot me, so there is that. Bird, how are you doing? Dragon Breath can potentially two-shot, but Air Slash does pretty good damage. Shootle. You don't get two-shot. You don't have speed, of course. Ice Fang does pretty good. Sparky. Electric. You do okay. You do okay. Herdier actually. Ooh. Herdier. Covet has an over 80% chance to OHKO it from full health. Okay, well I think we have our Hakamoa answer. Stars Pig Knight. Let me see if we can try and yeah, let me see if we can try and take something other than Primplop here for this, because I don't know what shape it's gonna be in. Shootle, you could be in a rough place here. Arm thrust hitting 5 times is never guaranteed, but it's not great if it does. And Tortuga, and you're probably not one-shot. Like, even if our arm thrust hits 5 times, it's gotta get max rolls. You can crit, but like, at the same time, I really can't guarantee you live 2 hits. Electric, I can't guarantee you live 2 hits. Bird, I can't guarantee you live. Weasel. Oof. Still takes a lot. Hans, what are you doing? I got a lot from arm thrust. The flame body can't proc here. Okay. Seadra, you almost never get two-shot. Yeah, it's speed too. I don't have to worry about Blaze either. So yeah. I do have to worry about you trying to go for speed control. But you don't outspeed even +1. So there's that. I think, yeah, having Bumblebee there should be good. keeps even checking, Aaron. Search the... Nah. Okay. So, that's our main lineup for these four. I need a couple in here that I am confident can deal with Pig Knight and Hakamoa. And or, at least. Because Dragon Tail could make things complicated. Okay, first, let's get somebody that can do something against Hakamoa here. Dottler, what are you doing? Psybeam is doing a lot. Quite a lot. Execute, do you do any better? Yeah, Dragon Breath does a lot more to use, so we'll probably just want Dottler here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't see anyone else doing much better, so Dottler it is. Okay. Pig Knight, we want somebody that I feel confident taking you on. Oh, you're so frail. Tortuga. You take so much from Arm Thrust. If it's 5 hits, I have to worry about crits, but honestly, having Aqua Jet kinda just means we may have to have you. As long as we throw Oranberry on you, we shouldn't have to worry about it that much. Okay. So, I think we have the team there. The damage ranges not being perfectly consistent means we can't make this totally riskless, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll just have to steer a little bit. So we've got me first. Affectionately named Whiskers. Penguin over here. We've got Herdeer, which is Popper. Seadra for Steed. Dottler's already there, which is Ball. And finally, Shelly, Tortuga. Okay. So that's the team. So, to go over who gets what item, Whiskers, your role is to make sure you take out their Kecleon, and since we don't want you getting Thunder Waved, we are giving you this Cherry Berry. You should be fine, as long as nothing too weird happens with Dizzy Punch Confusion. Penguin, your job is, your main goal here is to take out Pig Knight. We don't have to worry about too much here. As far as statuses go. So you are just taking an Oranberry. If it gets incinerated, not a big deal. Pupper, you are meant to take out Hakamoa. So you are taking an Oranberry since we don't have to worry about its statusing you. Now, it can Iron Defense, and the math with Covet gets not so great, but, you know, there's always a cheat. Always gotta play around something. Steed. Oh wait, no, sorry, Penguin, you were going against Golette. Either way, same thing. Steed, you are meant to go against Pig Knight over here. So you get an Oranberry as well. And then Ball and Tortuga, you are backups for everybody. You're both getting Oranberries since you don't gotta worry about status. Alright. So, like I said, next one is Battle Girl Jocelyn. So let's go. Let's check here. We're good. Alright. Alrighty. Hello, Kecleon. Alright, listeners, try and get a high roll with this fake out for me. Not that I'll be able to tell. Alright, and now we force palm. Okay, so it didn't KO. Paralysis doesn't do anything because of the Lumberry. No big deal either way. Okay, electric type, so it does go through the Thunder Wave. That is what our Cherry Berry is for. So now we just force palm again. Alright, so since we're at full health here, it still goes for the Golbat, and we can't do anything, so we go for the main plan, we swap in the Penguin. Shadow Punch. Okay, so just to make sure, we're at 46 health. It should not be able to do too much to us here. The worst it can do is a max roll crit Shadow Punch, and that does not kill it. So it may decide to go. Probably doesn't Dream Punch here. Yeah, the damage ranges overlap a lot. It can theoretically go for anything. So either way, it can't kill me. We just Bubble Beam. There we go. Okay, just Shadow Punches again. Puts us in Oranberry range. So we just Bubble Beam again. So it's going in for Hakamo immediately. We are at 38 health. Can we pluck the Citrus Berry? We are at lower speed. We could Dragon Tail, but that has minus priority, so we go first. Otherwise it Dragon Lets for a max of 19 damage. Dragon Tail can do up to 27, so we should be good. Okay, so could Iron Defense, but we should be good to block here. Okay, we're going first, so it is going for the Dragon Tail. Regardless, I'm glad to get that Citrus Berry healing. Okay, now, anybody should be able to do at least something against this. Hey, and Ball, you were our backup for Hakamo, so that's nice. So, you're over here sitting at full health. Against Hakamo, your side beam at this point may kill, may not kill. But either way, we'll see what happens. Oh, it just protects, okay. So just Dragon Breaths first. Ooh, paralysis. Well, nice crit. Didn't give it a Cherry Berry because it's kind of weird playing for that on the backup that may or may not even come in. I may have had to come in against Kecleon. But I guess that has Thunder Wave too. Either way, Pignite's here. There is no world in which we are surviving Pignite. Right? Yeah, we're at 44 health. Incinerate can do up to 78% damage. Now this cannot... Actually, hold on. flame charge does more. Okay, never mind. So yeah, it's gonna flame charge here, so we do have to worry about speed. But Steed, you should still be fine, because at +1 speed, you still outspeed it. There we go. So we just Bubble Beam here. I wonder if it goes for speed control again. It does. Okay, so we're at 43. Over here, 43 health. It's that +2 speed, so it does have speed now. The question is... Oh, right. There we go. So yeah, it does add speed now. The question is... If it goes for Arm Thrust, we're probably fine. It can't KO with the takedown. So yeah, we're good to just Bubble Beam. The recoil might kill this, actually. Maybe. No, okay. Didn't matter. There we go. Alrighty. So that is everyone down except for Brawly himself. But of course, that's the hard part. Alright. So we're just going to put up our Pokemon here, grab the items, and I'm actually gonna end this one off for now. Planning for Brawly is going to take a minute, especially since I have to decide whether I want to use a rare candy here, which I probably do. Having either Masquerain or a Shell Armor Dreadnought for Brawly could be very, very helpful, but of course I have to decide which one of those I want, and yeah. So for now, we'll be stopping it here.